So I have been seeing a lot of things being talked about with the entire Ultimate Edition in Grand Theft Auto 6. And to be honest, guys, I wanted to give you my honest thoughts about this and talk about a few things I noticed about it and a lot of the things I've noticed being said about it. Because to me, if I'm being 100% real, I don't really think a lot of the backlash makes any sense. But you know what? Let me explain why I do feel this way. So it was probably not too shocking to a lot of people that Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to be around $80 for the starting price, and the Ultimate Edition is around $100. Now, I gotta admit, guys, I was kind of expecting the game to be like 70 or 80 or so. I was kind of expecting it. And the one thing that kind of confused me though is I was kind of expecting the Ultimate Edition to be like 120 bucks. Like I kind of thought they were going to take that route with it, as we all do know a lot of other games have the standard at 70, then they have the deluxe at like 90 to 100, then they have an ultimate edition at 120, and sometimes it's even higher, which I will talk about that in a minute, where I will be comparing some of the other games to GTA 6's price and all that, which what you get with the ultimate edition and different things like that. But I gotta admit, it's kind of interesting because a lot of other games would probably charge you even more, and they'd end up putting cosmetic packs in there. Well, you might get the first battle pass with it, maybe a DLC or something, or future DLC promises that would drop with that higher edition. And some examples of this could be something like the Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, giving you the Phantom Liberty expansion for like 80 bucks or whatever it was. A few other examples of this could also be Forza Horizon 6 being $120 for the Premium Edition, but you also get promised to get the two DLCs with that. And insanely enough, the two DLCs in a bundle, guys, is $50, which before on the PS5, I know the game is older, on Forza Horizon 5 was around $35 or so. And what's kind of insane though is if we think about the premium edition of Forza Horizon 6 being 120, the premium edition of Forza Horizon 5 when it launched back in the day was $100. So I was thinking about this a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? I understand what people are saying about it, but I'm also kind of like, wait, everybody's getting a little bit crazy about the Ultimate Edition's price here. And bro, there's a lot of other games that are literally more money than GTA 6. And the funny part is, a lot of them are literally pretty much putting stuff in there that go, okay, well, you will get these DLCs in the future, and you'll get a couple little cosmetic things and some things that might help you out a little bit. And I'm kind of like, bro, some of the games give you an early access of 3 or 4 days, and that extra like 25 bucks is to play the game 3 or 4 days early, and they'll give you like a jacket or like some outfit or something depending on the game, maybe a special car with a livery or something because you got in the game early, and they charge more money for that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I understand the Ultimate Edition for GTA 6 is obviously not cheap, but we also have to be kind of honest with ourselves here, saying, well, if we look at the other games that are out, bro, they are not any better. And I want to talk about that though right now. So I mentioned before that other games are obviously priced fairly similar, and a lot of people are freaking out about the $100 edition of GTA 6, and I wanted to talk about this a little bit, talking about some other games, guys. The first one here, 2K 2026, the Era Edition's $129, and the funny part is, there's an edition above this. Mind you, this is fully digital, giving you some packs and stuff in the game is $150. That's obviously on sale right now. I wonder why, because ain't nobody paying that price for that, bruh. I also mentioned that Forza Horizon 6 was $120 for its premium edition with a $50 expansion bundle. So if you buy the regular game for $70 and buy just that bundle, you're already at the main price of the premium edition, not getting any of the other stuff with it. So yeah, it's kind of up there, bro. Now, we all do know the other game that had to fall into this category, though, was Test Drive Unlimited. That game was $90 for the Gold Edition, and that game was basically a beta, bro. It was not even close to being finished, or even should have been close to that price. One of the other games that people have been spending $100+ on probably for 10 years now is Call of Duty, okay? The new Modern Warfare is $100, and you actually get the open beta early access with this, which is something they've been doing. Campaign early access, bro, and some operator packs and some weapon collection packs, which I would probably already say is a little bit insane for that price. But you know what? People are probably already buying that edition because it's Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? The other part of that, guys, Battlefield 6 had the Phantom Edition. That's obviously on sale right now. I wonder why. That is also $100. And if you look at some of these things, looking at the prices of them, you're like, oh, well, I don't really think a lot of these are actually worth the price that they currently are, or what you're actually paying for them. A lot of these other games that have launched recently are 70, 80, $90 for a lot of them. And I also notice a lot of the games might have a regular edition or they might have a deluxe. And the funny part is the deluxe edition is normally terrible, whereas they kind of want you to buy the base or the premium edition or ultimate, whatever you want to call it, tomato, tomato, because they're pretty much forcing you to get the more expensive editions, which we know what? That could probably be something said about GTA 6. I mean, they probably want you to get the more expensive Ultimate Edition that's 100 compared to the $80. The difference though is I even saw this on PlayStation Store. If you do not get the Premium Edition, aka Ultimate, I keep mixing those up, bear with me. If you get the Ultimate Edition, you can also upgrade it later to the Ultimate Edition if you end up getting the regular base game, which I'm going to say is probably 20 bucks, guys. And I'm going to be honest here, I think for the $20, it's actually a pretty dang good piece of value that you get there. Now, you obviously get the free month of GTA Plus to be real here. I would rather game be like $10 cheaper, make it 70, maybe make the deluxe or whatever, the ultimate 100, make the base game 70. I think would have been better instead of including the month of GTA Plus, because to be honest, I'm probably with a lot of people, and I think a lot of people would most likely agree, but there ain't no way I'm going to even be using GTA Plus. At least not for right now. I don't really see a point for it, and I don't think we probably agree that other people probably don't want it. Maybe make the base game cheaper, probably would have been better there. But speaking of all of that, though, the next thing I wanted to talk about here is GTA 6 itself with the Ultimate Edition. How there's some things in this edition that are kind of making players a little bit annoyed or frustrated. And guys, I wanted to talk about this stuff. So we all do know you get a lot of things with the Ultimate Edition, and to be honest, it seems like a pretty good value. And you know what? I will probably get attacked for saying some of this stuff about this game, as I do know it's kind of everywhere that, man, this is a ripoff. You can't go in certain buildings and all that stuff, which I'll talk about in a second. But a lot of these people are also spending $100 to $120 on other games and their editions, which probably offer far less than what Rockstar Games does in their games. Like, I gotta admit, a lot of their games actually come out complete and normally are way better than a lot of other games are. And they, I mean, I just gotta be real there. But a few of the things here in the Ultimate Edition that kind of made people think a little bit. There is a few mod shops and some other things in this, like a tattoo parlor and stuff like that, that are only for the Ultimate Edition. So the first one here I wanted to mention, the Rideout Customs mod shop, guys. It says transform vanilla vehicles into magnificent works of art with detailed interiors, exquisite rims, and donk stylings. Now, the thing is with this though, is when I read this, everyone's like, man, we can't even get shops and all that. They're locked behind the Ultimate, which again, I'll talk about some of the others in a second. But this mod shop, I have a feeling by the looks of it, it does not say anything about only Ultimate Edition. This one I feel like is basically mentioning that, yo, you get this mod shop for free, you don't have to get it in the game or buy it or something. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from this, guys. And also the other part, there will be other mod shops in the game. These are not the only ones that players will be able to get. Like, if you do not get the Ultimate, it's not like you will be able to customize cars. You're going to be locked out of customizing your cars, guys. Like, there's going to be other mod shops around the map. There is probably going to be loads of them too, I bet. Like, there is probably a lot of them pretty much all over the map. And that's something I wanted to mention. But the other part of this, though, is the salon here. So this will say get signature salon styles for both Jason and Lucia, including facial hair for Jason and makeup and nails for Lucia, only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. Now, this was the other one people were talking about, and you know what? I definitely understand the frustration with this, guys, but I gotta keep it 100. This is probably not the only salon in the game, bro. Now, is that I'm not defending this, saying this is okay. We obviously do know some of these things should be open, but here's the thing. Every single game might have special items or special things that only you can get with the Ultimate Edition. And funny part is, after games come out, you pretty much have to get the Ultimate Edition if you want some of those skin packs and different things or cosmetics or certain items for your character, as you literally cannot get them later on at all. We all do know right now that something like this is probably going to be frustrating, but guys, you know what? There is going to be other salons in the game that you will be able to go to. This is not the only salon in the game that you will be able to hit up and go change your character stuff. That's just something I was thinking about. Like, oh, look, only this salon is open. If you don't get the Ultimate, you can't change your character's hair. Bro, this is probably a custom salon that's probably like special or something that they included with the Ultimate. That's just the way I'm looking at it. But the other side of this, though, that I was thinking about, guys, the stock 305 clothing store style various, unique, and exclusive looks for Jason and Lucia at the Stockyards premier destination for elevated streetwear. Only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. Now, it does make me understand a bit how people are making jokes and all the memes and all that, which honestly did have me laughing on how they're like, oh, look, you bought the standard, so bro, you can't go in this store. But the thing is, though, I guarantee the special looks and all that are probably going to be in other stores. Like, yes, this is only open a business for the Ultimate Edition. And think about this for a minute. Only single player. Keep that in mind, by the way, because I guarantee this stuff will be open on multiplayer, but that's obviously a different conversation. Now, could there be special looks and all that in this store to make your character look different compared to the other stores? Totally, but in a way, though, that's also kind of cosmetic stuff, which I feel like most players, unless you really want those outfits, then yes, I can definitely understand that. But again, guys, I'm not saying this is okay, but I also do understand that this game and every other game that's ever come out in like the past 12 to 15 plus years has done similar things to this where they lock certain things behind that edition. Or depending on what might be locked behind that store, maybe there is exclusive outfits you can only get in that store. But the thing is, I'm looking at this, I guarantee you there's other stores in the area or something nearby, not too far from this, that probably sells most of the same clothes, and maybe this one probably has a few that you might only be able to get here. Maybe they're exclusive to the store itself and not, you can't get them anywhere else. That's what I'm guessing anyway, though. Like, this store might have the exclusive stuff in it. The other ones will probably still have most of the clothing items you can get in this one. Just something I was thinking about because people are like, man, we're missing out on all this. And it's like, I understand, but at the same time, bro, a lot of these items in these stores are probably just cosmetic things, if you know what I'm saying. Now, the other part of that, again, part of this, the Electric Fang Tattoo Parlor, Stockyard's most iconic ink bar with over 50 signature tattoos for both Jason and Lucia, all designed by the artist collection Folly. Fally, probably did not say that right at all. Only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. Now, this can also fall on that side where you might look at this and go, man, bro, we can't even get tattoos in the game. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm guessing this tattoo parlor, and that's also if you're into getting tattoos for your characters. You might not want to even care to do that. So that's kind of a part of that there. But if you are looking to get, maybe this particular tattoo parlor has the main 50 signature tattoos only that you can get there. Maybe that is the case. I guarantee you there is probably a dozen other tattoo parlors around the map that still have a lot of dope designs, and this one might just have some exclusive ones that you can only get here. Is that okay? Well, to be honest, it kind of depends on if you want tattoos or any of that stuff. But to be real, though, I'm not surprised they're doing this because the way I'm looking at it is, you know what? They probably have another 15 or so of these around the entire map. Could be a little bit less, obviously, but I guarantee there is more than just one tattoo parlor. And yeah, there might be some really cool ink things you can get here that maybe the other ones don't have. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what y'all think about that. I mean, that's one big thing I was noticing. A lot of the other comments were starting to pop up going, y'all do know there's other shops around the map, right? This is not the only shop that you will be able to go to. And speaking of that, one-Eyed Willie's Mod Shop. This mod shop specializes in off-road modifications and hand-painted automotive artistry, only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. Now, something similar happened with this, guys, where people looked at this and went, man, I can't even upgrade my car, bro. Are you for real? And guys, I'm thinking by reading this and looking at part of these, I really do believe these are basically like exclusive shops that you can have in the game, basically, that you don't have to buy. Like, I guarantee you there is other off-road modification type of mod shops in the game that will give you the same upgrades and different things that this one will be able to give you, but you probably don't need to buy it in a way, okay? This is also something I was thinking about. These are only exclusive, at least some of them are only exclusive to the Ultimate Edition, right? Which also means similar to other games, you can basically head to these locations and get cars upgraded and all that stuff a little bit quicker. I'm guessing in the base game, you probably have to buy the other mod shops around the map, or you might even unlock them when going through the story. Who knows? Obviously, it's kind of far away. But I don't really know if I actually hate this. Like, I understand it is kind of annoying, but guys, I highly doubt if you go to One-Eyed Willie's mod shop that this place will have upgrades that none of the other mod shops do. I'm guessing the interior in this place is probably very cool and unique looking, and it might even look really awesome compared to some of the others, or it will look very similar to those, and it might have some exclusive liveries you can get only in here, which is something I was thinking about. Like, I highly doubt you can only get, like, certain upgrades in this shop compared to the others. There is obviously more off-road shops around the map, man. This is just something I was thinking about, dude. Truly. The other part of that, though, guys, is we'll have the illegal goods store raid the compound of one of the Southside Vice City's loudest and most socially active gangs and escape safely to score some special items and contraband. Now, I'm guessing this is like a side mission or something that you can pay for, something that's part of the Ultimate Edition. I am again sure there is probably other missions that are like this that you can also do. Now, people are like, man, this is so stupid. I can't believe GTA is doing this. Guys, I have been playing another game recently that I thought I would never play, The Division 2. I wanted to try it out because of what happened to Destiny and all that stuff. And that game also had side missions, which were basically classified. That's what they were called on there. And those missions you actually had to buy separately if you wanted to do them. They were part of the year one pass thing, which was locked behind a certain amount of money in the game. Like you could not do them at all if you wanted to do some of those side missions. Now, the reason why I say this as an example is this is not the first game to include something like this. And to be honest, I don't really hate it. I think it's actually kind of cool. And I would say the items you get from this are probably not going to be absolutely game breaking, bro. It's probably going to be some cosmetics, maybe a special gun livery, maybe a variant of a weapon or something like that. Could be a special vehicle you could get from it that's only in this mission. But again, I don't think this is going to be a game breaking thing, and I kind of understand why would they include something like this in the Ultimate Edition, as other games, as I mentioned before with Division 2, have done something very similar. What I also mentioned earlier, though, is the Rideout Customs mod shop, from what I did see, says nothing about being tied to the Ultimate Edition, so I'm guessing that's like a free shop that you normally have to buy in-game, but you basically get it earlier. To me, it kind of looks like a Benny's type of garage, which I'm totally fine with because the photo of that Cadillac-looking thing definitely reminded me of Midnight Club 3, so I'm all about that stuff. But I was kind of thinking about this, though, guys, because we all do know a lot of people have been talking about the locations or different things being tied to the Ultimate Edition, and I looked at this and went, well, the biggest thing is from the looks of it, I guarantee about 95% of this stuff, guys, even more, is probably cosmetic items. Like, I highly doubt the salon or the other shop or even the clothing store is going to have items. And again, the clothing store and salon and also the tattoo parlor are basically cosmetic stuff only. It's not like you're getting a specific weapon or a car or something that nobody else will ever be able to get if you buy that said store. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, there's cars tied to the Ultimate Edition, but games have been giving you special items like that in higher editions literally for like 10 plus years now. So I don't really see how there's an issue with that. And I did see a lot of people going, oh, well, it looks like they're pushing the $100 edition of the game. And to be honest, they probably want players to buy the $100 edition of this game. You know what I mean? I mean, they did spend, what, $2 billion making Grand Theft Auto. I've been playing GTA 5 for 12 years, and yes, the game is obviously older, but I still enjoy it after 10 years. So the way I'm kind of looking at it is, we'll probably be on this game for around 10 plus years too. You know what I mean? I have a feeling GTA 7, if that would ever exist, is probably going to be super far away. But one of the other things I kind of thought about with the entire Ultimate Edition talk and all that with GTA 6 is it's kind of interesting how people are freaking out a little bit about it, guys. Don't get me wrong, it's obviously not cheap. And we all do know certain currencies, depending on where you live, bro, ain't cheap either. This game is apparently $130 in Australia and $159 in Australia for the Ultimate Edition. Now, mind you, if a game was 120 or 130 like WWE, imagine what that game would cost in Australia. So, yeah, games are obviously not cheap everywhere, and they could be super and more expensive in different locations. So I wanted to put that out there because people are like, it's only $100. I understand that, man, but nowadays 20 bucks is a lot of money, man. You know what I'm saying? 20 bucks can get you some stuff, get you some food, can get you some items or something. So I do understand where people are coming from, and depending on where you live and all that, the prices of stuff, and I'm not going to talk about that too deep, but y'all know exactly where I'm coming from. Now, the other part of this, though, as I was saying before I got mildly sidetracked there, is people are talking about the Ultimate Edition and, oh man, this is like a new thing. I can't believe they're putting extra stuff behind this, and I'm thinking, have y'all been seeing games come out the past 10 years having Ultimate Editions with things locked behind them? Like, you kind of pay a little more for some extra stuff in game. That's kind of like how they've been. And from the looks of it, from all the shops and all that, it looks like it's mainly customization for your characters and maybe a few liveries and different things for some of the cars. But I guarantee you all the cars, guys, are probably going to be all over the map that you would think you might actually get with the shop. Now, obviously, The special edition cars are probably also in the game in some way. I bet you're probably getting them for free though, so you don't have to buy them or something, which is normally a way for the game to give you some stuff in the game later on. Kind of like how Need for Speed Unbound gave you cars later on when you bought the higher edition, which once again was around $100, bro. So, I mean, it's just something I'm thinking about with this, man. A lot of people have been freaking out, but I'm over here going, yeah, I highly doubt only the customization that you're getting in those shops or in those clothing places are going to be strictly to those. I guarantee you the other places will have a lot of clothes that that one does. And I bet you a lot of the other shops would end up having the same customization, guys. You know what? I could be completely wrong there, but I would be also completely shocked if they would end up adding specific upgrade parts to certain vehicles that other ones can't get. Like, I just really don't think that's going to be a thing, man. We all do know all the mod shops. There's going to be a lot of them around the map. There's going to be tons of clothing places everywhere. And I'm also willing to bet that every shop that's only in the main single player part, guys, guarantee you in online, they are all probably going to be open anyway. So that's another way to look at it. Now, one of the last points I wanted to make with this, because honestly, I could probably keep rambling on about this, and do let me know what y'all think about what I'm saying and everything about the entire Ultimate Edition compared to other games and all that stuff in the comments below. But one thing I was thinking about though is even if you get the base game, guys, you will still be able to probably play through 99.9% of the entire story of the game, okay? I bet you could probably still experience basically everything in the game, but you might not get some tattoos or maybe some clothing items, which we do know every single game in like almost the past 10 years have had some cosmetic type of things like this. So, to be honest, I feel like even if you did get the base game, if you wanted to, you could upgrade to the Ultimate later on if you really wanted some of those extra items, but you will still have a massive experience even in the regular game. And as other people are mentioning, a lot of games that do have bigger editions, bro, they are locking full on DLCs, including the story DLCs, like The Witcher, for example, or some of those, behind the higher editions anyway. So I would probably say this, by the looks of it, is some cars and some cosmetics and probably some extra shops you probably don't need to buy. And then some of the other ones could probably help you later on by you not having to buy another shop or something. For example, like the off-road one, you don't have to buy one, you'll have it unlocked, you can go there, do your stuff. Whereas if you didn't get that, you might have to get a little money or do something and get the other shop unlocked, and you might not have that one. The way I'm looking at this is basically everything is still there, but you're also getting a few of the items, which a lot of the other games go completely overboard with how they do stuff. And guys, one of the other last things I wanted to say here is we do know a lot of games cost way more than this game does because again it's $80 or $100, and we all do know other companies might end up making their games $80 to $100, which, to be real, most games should not even be putting their games up for 80 because for one, they're not done, they need way more time in the oven, they're not even complete for one, they don't have enough content in them, and they're still charging full price, and the games feel like a beta. The one thing is Grand Theft Auto, or at least Rockstar anyway, can easily charge a price like 80 for the base, which again, I think they should have took the GTA Plus off there, made it 70. But even being 100 for the Ultimate still makes this game less than a lot of the other games for their Ultimate or higher end editions. And a lot of those higher end editions in those games barely give you pretty much anything. I gotta admit, the Ultimate Edition for GTA actually seems fairly decent, and it's less money than what I thought. I really thought it was going to be like 120 or something. I really thought it was 120, 130 because they could probably sell it for that if they really wanted to. But you guys know what? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm super curious what you guys have to say. I really do think a lot of people are kind of freaking out about this, and it's for good measure. And you know what, though? I completely understand why people are freaking out about this because we all do know this could be a domino effect of other games also trying to price hike their games and all that, even though we well are pretty much aware that the game should not even be priced that high. But the one thing is, though, Rockstar probably has one of the most completed history of games ever. So I feel like in ways they were doing this and they kind of knew what they were doing in a way. But the other part is looking at a lot of the other games with Ultimate or Deluxe editions. They offer a lot of things locked behind it and sometimes even less content, and in other ways they lock most of the stuff you will probably need for the main part to even play the game. Unless you get that higher edition, you pretty much can't do most of it. So I do find it pretty interesting on how all this really is coming down because I've been seeing so many negative comments and different things everywhere, and I'm like, have y'all not looked at any other game launching, bro? I mean, even Forza Horizon 6 is 120 bucks, $20 more than 5, when that game launched. And now the DLC bundle is also $50 if you get the regular base, which means if you buy the base and then decide if maybe, oh, I want to get the DLCs now, well, guess what? You got to spend 50 bucks on that, bro. Like, could you actually buy the upgraded premium edition or whatever it is? Yes. But if you want to just get the DLCs, you miss out on all the other special things that you get in the bigger edition. And you guys are probably see where I'm going with this, man. I don't think any game is safe from it, and a lot of games have been doing this stuff way more scummy for years, but now that Rockstar is doing some of this, it seems like a lot of it's popping out, and to be honest, it really doesn't make sense.